when you're playing at Camp Nou, it's such a special feeling when you're walking out, and yeah, you do get goosebumps when you can hear the fans and when they're banging the drum and they're kind of walking up and down. I mean, yeah, I probably shouldn't be looking when the game's going on, but you can feel it, and I think the atmosphere is incredible, and yeah, I just feel lucky to be a part of it, and yeah, lucky to be a part of Barcelona. My dad always kind of made me watch Spanish football, I think, because it was so technical and tactical, and I was so small that I think English football at the time, as I said, it was so physical, and I couldn't compete in that way because I was one of the smallest on the pitch. So I think for him, he tried to find a different way for me to be able to cope in the game, and yeah, it was kind of that side. And I think, yeah, he always made me watch Busquets and Xavi, and I think to watch them, I think you really have to understand the game, and I think a lot of the stuff they do can kind of be missed. But yeah, I think even Busquets now, when you watch him, the angles that he makes and even creates space for other people, I think a lot of people don't notice that. They kind of just watch what players are doing on the ball, and if someone's running around all the time really fast, everyone thinks, you know, best player on the pitch. But for me, I think a lot of the stuff that they do goes unnoticed, and they keep the team ticking over. And it's the same for Patri here. I think when she doesn't play, we can see the difference, and a lot of the work she does, yeah, obviously we appreciate it, but I think sometimes the fans don't see it. And yeah, I think, yeah, playing next to her, I've learnt a lot off her already, and yeah, I think I speak about her in every interview, to be fair, how good she is. So yeah, I think she's unbelievable. A lot of people wouldn't think that this is the case, but I think for me, defensively, I've got better. I think that was one thing that they really pushed me on, was being more aggressive and being a bit more streetwise in terms of when to make fouls and when to let play carry on. I think for me, that was a side that I've really improved on, and something that Jonah has spoke to me about. And I think also combining a lot in midfield. I think, you know, at Manchester, we like to keep possession and we like to keep the ball, but it wasn't necessarily a lot of short passes in the midfield. It was kind of get the ball wide to the wingers and they'll cross, whereas here, you know, they always want me to try and find Patri and Aitana and play a lot of short passes. And yeah, I think when I went back to England, I was still kind of feeling that a little bit in the international break. I think you get used to playing with those players, and I could feel the difference when I didn't have Patri and Aitana. And for me, it is two different styles, but I think, yeah, I feel like I've improved defensively and, yeah, getting a little bit more aggressive, I would say. When I was younger, you know, women's football wasn't really a profession, and then when I went to Manchester, I thought, oh, like I'll probably just stay here for the rest of my career. I never thought that a club like Barcelona would try and sign me. And then yeah, after the Euros, I think, yeah, that kind of happened, and for me it was a no-brainer to come and sign here and experience playing this style of football. As I said, I've watched it growing up, and yeah, for me it was a really special moment when I knew that they were interested. I wasn't the biggest player, so I kind of had to, yeah, find a different way of playing. And I think at the time, I think that wasn't appreciated at England. And I think the way that I played for a long time, you know, especially when I was younger, I think people tried to change how I played and make me a little bit more physical and play longer. And yeah, I think for me, I kind of always just stuck to what my dad told me. And yeah, it's worked out quite well that I'm now here playing for the team that I watched when I was younger. And yeah, I think, yeah, for me, it's, yeah, an unbelievable feeling. You know, it's not easy the first few months. I'm not going to pretend that it was all plain sailing for me, because it wasn't when I first come over. I did find it difficult, but I think for me to improve and as a person and a player, I needed to be out of my comfort zone, and this is where I felt was the best opportunity. And I think in training every day and playing with the best players and being coached by the best coaching staff, I think, yeah, for me it's hopefully going to take my game to the next level, and I can feel myself improving. And yeah, I think for me it was a great decision to come here, and I'm really happy about it. In training as well, I think the speed at which the girls play at and the speed and the aggression at which they defend at, I think for me I wasn't used to it. It took a little bit of time, but the biggest difference was, yeah, definitely the training and the speed at which they play at, and the speed at which they think at as well. I was definitely nervous on the plane coming over. I think obviously you see the likes of the players here, and I think, yeah, I did have to pinch myself a few times. Even in training, I think some of the girls do things and I'm just like, it's incredible. So yeah, for me, yeah, super happy to be here.